The Iranian economy in 2014 has shown some signs of stabilisation and even improvement after 2 years of deep recession and surging inflation. Under the government of Hassan Rouhani, who became president in August 2013, management of the economy has improved. Inflation, for example, has fallen from 39% last year to 14.7% in July 2014. The interim nuclear agreement, which came into force in January 2014, has also helped at the margins, bringing Iran some sanctions relief. And alongside this agreement, Iran has been able to increase its exports of oil and condensates, which have suffered sharp falls in previous years. Overall then, we expect the economy to record modest growth this year and carry some of that momentum forward in 2015. Nevertheless, at averaging growth of around 2%, this is quite mediocre for an economy of Iran's potential, and it will remain so until there is a breakthrough in nuclear negotiations. In 2014, there has been progress with these negotiations. Iran has complied with the terms of the interim deal and has received sanctions relief in return. However, there are a number of hurdles still to be met as the deadline looms on November the 24th. One of these relates to the enrichment capacity for Iran. Iran currently has centrifuges of 9,000 in number and wants to expand this number. America, however, wants to reduce the number of centrifuges considerably. This is one of the main sticking points. Other hurdles include the sort of timing of how to ease back sanctions and over what length of time the agreement would hold. So, as the deadline looms on November the 24th, these hurdles mean that a chance of a comprehensive deal remains very much 50-50, hanging in the balance, and therefore a number of scenarios present themselves for next year. One scenario is that there is another step interim deal, which would then lead to more negotiations in the first sort of 3 to 4 months of 2015. This would be a sort of frustrating scenario for companies looking to enter Iran, but the opportunity that Iran presents could be worth the wait. If there were a positive breakthrough, a more comprehensive deal, then companies looking at a big economy with potential in numerous sectors. Iran has sort of 80 million population, a nominal GDP of $500 billion. So this presents an opportunity across a number of sectors. In terms of timing more generally, I mean, even if a deal is agreed at the end of this year, it would take some time to roll back sanctions. So 2015 really is a crunch year, both in terms of trying to finalise a deal and in terms of understanding exactly the timing of Iran opening up. Iran will definitely want to secure a deal this year, in 2015, because in 2016 there are presidential elections. Therefore, companies now, given this uncertainty, are still maybe inclined to build plans, business plans. And for example, consumer goods companies could start planning how to secure distribution in Iran, where you don't need to set up your office there, but you can work through distributors. Nuclear negotiations will intensify in the coming weeks and will give greater clarity on what will happen in 2015. We'll be able to discuss this in greater depth at our annual corporate network event in Dubai in November, which will be timed just ahead of the end of negotiations.